They threw a stone down a bottomless cliff. As the sound of the stone hitting the bottom echoed back, they quickly calculated that the cliff was 10,000 meters deep. This height was the maximum for wingsuit flying. If anything went wrong, death would be certain. Soon, the group eagerly put on their wingsuits and without hesitation jumped off the cliff. They shot through the clouds below like bullets. Soon, all four entered their optimal state, flying close to the ground at 500 kilometers per hour. As the altitude decreased, the air currents became complex and unpredictable. Everyone had to constantly adjust their flight angle to maintain balance. However, this was already routine for them, because the real challenge for the four was the canyon ahead with a width of only 5 meters. At this point, their speed reached 1,000 kilometers per hour. They had to maintain intense concentration because both sides of the canyon were lined with irregular rocks. The slightest deviation would mean certain death. Then irregular air currents appeared in the canyon, making it even more difficult to adjust their positions. Fortunately, all four had 10 years of wingsuit flying experience. In the end, they made it through the canyon without incident. They opened their parachutes and landed on the grass below. This near-death wingsuit flying experience made the four decide to challenge even more extreme sports. Little did they know this decision would cost them their lives. A few days later, the four arrived at a snow-covered mountain at 8,848 meters altitude. This time, they planned to snowboard down the mountain without any safety equipment. But the mountain was covered with protruding rocks. Hitting any of them would mean instant death. While they were considering where to start, Jack put on his goggles and slid down without hesitation. Seeing this, his 3 teammates immediately followed behind Jack. Unbeknownst to them, they had chosen the route with the most rocks. For the four who hadn't planned their route properly, this was undoubtedly suicidal. As their descent speed increased, they reached 200 kilometers per hour. At this point, the mountain slope was nearly vertical. Just as the four were enjoying the thrill of extreme sports, one teammate couldn't turn in time and headed straight for a cliff.